Hello.
Hi,
May I ask what your name is?
it's Megan.
Nice to meet you, Megan. We're going to be conducting an occupational therapy interview today, and I'm just going to tell you before we start the interview what occupational therapy is. So it's helping people do what they need to do, want to do, or love to do. And so let's get into the interview.
Okay.
Why are you seeking services today?
I've been feeling pretty anxious. So I was thinking I could get some help with that.
Okay. Um, So, what are your concerns with your anxiety?
Um, Being able to get things done, um, and not kind of shut down and have negative self thoughts.
Okay, so you're saying that your anxiety is causing you to maybe shut down sometimes,
Mhm.
and that's affecting your performance.
Mhm.
So, how would that have to do with managing your health?
Um, it can be stressful, especially like doing school and stuff when sometimes you feel like you can't get things done, and you know, stress is not healthy. um,
No, definitely not.
yeah,
So you feel like your stress is having an impact on your anxiety.
yeah, and maybe like sleeping. I get anxious at night sometimes, and sometimes it can be hard to go to bed.
Do you ever have trouble going to sleep?
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of like helps you to like relax and go to sleep if you're managing your symptoms and you're managing your health? What kind of helps you to like relax and go to sleep?
Um, Sometimes I'll put on like sleep music, and I'll put like lavender oil in a diffuser that I have, and that can be calming. Um, yeah, that can help sometimes.
Lavender oil is very nice. I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like that smell is very soothing.
Hmm. It is.
Okay, so what is your education level like?
I'm in graduate school right now.
How do you think your anxiety is impacting your performance in graduate school?
Um, I think that sometimes in test taking, it can throw me off, like getting too anxious, and maybe I won't do as well as I maybe would have if I weren't anxious. Um, and then, like, sometimes I'll get overwhelmed trying to get everything done, and like I was saying earlier, I'll shut down. So. It can be hard to get stuff done when your brain says, nope, I'm not doing anything.
Well, what do you think could stop you from shutting down?
Um, Maybe I could try to allocate my time better, or like make a schedule. Um, but that can be daunting in itself. I think that's just something I would have to make myself do. Yeah.
Okay, so a schedule might help with the anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Um, what do you do for work?
I'm unemployed right now.
Okay. Are you planning on going back to work?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get back into waitressing.
That's very nice. Do you think your anxiety might have an impact in that or no?
Um, no, not unless you get some customers that are like confrontational. That will definitely make me really anxious, but I don't think it will impact my work so much as like maybe my work will impact my anxiety, depending on the customers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So hopefully you have really good customers and no one's causing you anxiety.
Yeah, most people are pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay. What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to play with my dogs. I like to do arts and crafts, and hike.
Do you think those things alleviate your anxiety?
Hmm. Definitely.
How would you say they alleviate your anxiety?
It's like a distraction, I guess. And they're things that make me happy, so
That's good.
yeah.
What kind of social activities do you enjoy?
I really like having fires. I like to hike with my friends. Um, and I really like to um, like go out to eat and like explore new cities. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you have a healthy social life and you're going out and you're doing lots of different things. And so that probably helps to decrease your anxiety, I would imagine.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, I don't have social anxiety, so it's nice to have that. It again is kind of a distraction.
That's good.
Mm.
Okay. And can you tell me more about how you navigate to and from your bedroom?
What do you mean? Like just walking?
As in, like, are you able to walk naturally, like, to and from your bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have, like, no mobility problems.
No.
Okay, that's good. Can you tell me about how you manage your finances?
Yeah, it's usually pretty good. If I'm like mentally in a not so good place, sometimes I might spend too much money, but it's not usually a problem.
So, do you think when you're feeling anxious, you spend too much money?
Yeah, when I'm like really stressed. Yeah, more so stressed than anxious.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That makes sense. What type of transportation do you use?
I drive. I have a car.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy driving?
Yeah, I like driving a lot actually.
That's good. Um, what daily living activities do you feel like you're successful in?
Um, I mean, I don't really have too many problems. Sometimes it can be hard to like get clean, like not clean, but like clean my room or like my house or anything. That can be a struggle sometimes, just like mentally, not physically. Um, but overall, like everything else, like I'm okay with.
Okay. What would you say are some things that you're okay with?
Um, like personal hygiene, feeding myself, like stuff like that. I definitely don't have a problem with. Uh, usually I'm okay with like trying to make something nutritious. Sometimes I'll be lazy and like microwave some noodles, like ramen noodles. But overall, like yeah, I usually try to take pretty good care of myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
So the only struggle that you seem to have is just organizing your room.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Why
the
is
big.
that a struggle for you?
It's overwhelming. It's daunting. I never really know where to start. Um, and there's just like too much stuff in there, and I kind of always just want to throw it all away, but I can't. So, so that, yeah.
Okay, so your room is overwhelming because you have maybe a lot of stuff in there that you need to organize.
Mm-hmm.
That's understandable. That can be very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what kind of daily living tasks do you feel like you might struggle with besides the organizing your room?
Um, I don't know, maybe just staying on task. Like, I can get distracted pretty easily. That's pretty much it.
Do you think that when you are not able to stay on task, you might have anxiety from procrastinating and not doing your work?
Definitely. Yes. No question.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that can be stressful. I can relate to that.
Mhm.
um, but hopefully OT services can help you to find a balance and find your way back to staying on task. Um, what are some occupational experiences that you might want to share?
Occupational experiences.
As in, like, what kind of daily living tasks or activities do you find are important to you?
Um, it's really important to me to like do my skincare routine. That's a big one for me. I always make sure like I shower, I get out and like moisturize and do all kinds of, products on my face. That's a big one for me. Um, and like taking care of my dogs. That one makes me feel like I have like a purpose. Like I don't have children, so like they're kind of my kids, and that's taking care of them is good for me.
That's good. Do you feel like your anxiety decreases when you take care of your dogs?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Your doggos must be an important part of your life.
Yeah, they're spoiled. They know it.
Where did you grow up?
Here in Leicester or Worcester, I guess, is where I was born and lived for like a decade.
Did you have a good high school experience?
Yeah, for the most part, there was like some hiccups, but overall, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
hmm
What kind of hiccups did you have?
My best friend at the time had an eating disorder that nearly killed her. So that was really stressful because I felt like I had to fix it and I couldn't because, as you know, you can't fix someone else's problems for them. That's something they have to do on their own. But
Mm-hmm.
it definitely got to me. But yeah,
That probably wasn't good for your anxiety.
no, not at all. It definitely rubbed off on me a lot. Like her feelings kind of stuck to me too. Yeah.
What kind of like effect did that have on your anxiety?
Um, I was afraid that I would see my best friend die. Um, and that was really stressful. Um, and also, like, I started getting anxious around food because she got anxious around food, and I was with her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that also affected me in that way.
So your anxiety extended into food
Yeah,
areas.
yeah.
Do you think that you might have like picked up on an eating disorder?
In high school, yeah, a little bit. She actually like reported it to my family because she saw me going down that path, and so luckily it didn't get too far for me.
That's
Anyway.
good.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you have a good friend.
Yeah, she's great, and she's doing better now. So
That's good. All good things.
yes, yes.
All right. Where did you go to college?
UMass Amherst and MCPHS now for grad school.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Same. What are some major events in your life so far?
Like good or bad?
Like either or, whatever you want to talk about.
I think the biggest part of my anxiety came from my dad, being an alcoholic. And I think that's where that, like, most of my condition stems from. Because that was all through my developmental years and, like, middle school and everything, so.
So your dad having anxiety, or your dad having, an alcoholic disorder caused you to have anxiety.
Yeah.
What kind of, like, effect did your dad have on your life? Like, him being an alcoholic?
He was just, like, angry all the time and, like, controlling and kind of, like, verbally abusive. So it was just, like, being home didn't feel safe. So I think that was really not great.
No, that's not great at all. And, like, that can cause probably a lot of anxiety dealing with that. So I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Yeah.
What are some of your interests?
I mean, like I said, I like art and hiking and like yoga, paddleboarding, acupuncture. Yeah.
Acupuncture is what you're going
to school for, yeah.
Going to school for,
Yeah.
so that's very nice.
Yeah.
What are some of your values?
That's a good question. Being kind to everyone, always, because you never know someone's circumstances, even if they're like mean or aggressive or, you know, negative to you. You know, they might be going through something themselves, so always be nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Things to live by right there. If you don't mind me asking, what is your preferred sexual orientation?
Bisexual.
Has your sexual orientation had any effect on your anxiety?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
Do you feel like how do you feel like you're living how do you feel about your living independently? How do you feel about living independently?
I feel okay about it.
That's good. Do you live at home or?
Yeah, I do with my mom. Yeah.
Nice. And does that have any effect on your anxiety at all, or no?
Sometimes just because I feel like I want to like get out to kind of live my own life, I guess. But it does take away some anxiety too because I don't have to pay like rent and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. You don't have
Yeah.
to pay rent, so that's not another stressor for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like stress seems to affect your anxiety. Would
Mm-hmm.
you say so?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever stress you're experiencing in your life is also like causing anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hear you. So, um, what are your daily life roles?
Mostly being a student and then like being a caretaker for my dogs. And then I'll help out like my mom and my boyfriend with things sometimes.
Very good.
Yeah.
What is your morning routine like?
Um, Usually I kind of just get up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, get dressed. I usually do a quick breakfast. I don't really cook breakfast because I like to sleep in, so I don't give myself enough time. So I'll grab like a granola bar and like a yogurt or something and go. Go to
Sounds
school usually.
good.
Yeah.
Does your anxiety affect your morning routine at all?
Um, no. I'd say like it's mostly the sleeping in, which is I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. I'd like to be able to do more in the morning, like cook a breakfast, but I don't give myself enough time.
Do you think your anxiety is causing you to have a lack of time in the morning?
No.
Okay. So it's just trying to get out of bed is like the struggle.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What about your afternoon routine? What is that like?
Um, it's it's not really a routine. It kind of depends on the day. Um, I usually, get out of classes, we'll make some lunch, play with my dogs, and then, either study and get some schoolwork done, or I'll take them for a walk, or, you know, relax. I don't know. It depends.
Well, that's good. It sounds like you have like a lot of like relaxation time and a lot of free time
Mm-hmm.
in the afternoon. I'm sure that is probably good for your anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Decreases it a little bit. Um, what are some of your family traditions?
We don't really have any.
What about Thanksgiving, Christmas?
I mean, like, we eat dinner together. There was one we used to do, but it kind of stopped, where we'd go down to this, like, notorious cemetery in Leicester. It's called Spider Gates on Thanksgiving to, like, walk off our dinner. And there was, like, all these, it's supposedly, like, super haunted. It's really old. And we would do all, like, these, like myths or tales. Like there's like one headstone. If you run around it 10 times each way, you'll hear the baby cry because a woman died when she was pregnant. Like, all this crazy stuff. So we would do that, but we haven't really done it since.
Well, that sounds like it could be like a very fun
Yeah.
family tradition in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Um, I think that's probably all the time that we have. So I'm gonna end the video.